Hey, what's up, YouTube? Been a while since I uploaded. I know, fell off. Don't have a whole lot of viewers, but I just had some thoughts I wanted to jot down in regards to a few things. I was watching Prepared Homesteader. Love Travis's videos. Really do enjoy that. And there's a couple others, but he's one that I probably watch every single day. Really down to earth guy. Appreciate all those work he's doing, and he's fulfilling a role inside of his community. And man, I support that. That's awesome. Hope we can all be so good. I know I haven't been, but there was a time, but not more recently. So listening to him talk about his drama with, not drama, I say drama. I hear locally there's a fire department and there's some drama, small town drama, but I digress. So I had some thoughts. In the military, and I talk about it often, tactically you create dilemmas, not problems. That's doctrinal. If you read the field manual on infantry platoon tactics, that's what you do. You set up a dilemma for the enemy, right? You can look more into that on your own. I'm not going to explain it here. There's a million videos out there that talk about that. But start with, I was seeing this stuff at the border, and yeah, I'm going to talk about the border because I think a lot of people are saying, well, Brandon needs to do more and blah, 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 blah. And there's so many things that led to this that were issues that it doesn't seem like it's a coincidence of the number of illegals that have been coming in. I think the last number I heard was 78,000 contacted individuals just this year. Maybe that's wrong, but really it's hundreds of thousands have come into this country illegally, whether we know it or not. And that really dilutes our welfare system, welfare systems and all sorts of other welfare and aid on top of the hotels that they're getting and all this other stuff. Creates a lot of problems. One of the big problems is where I see on the side where people are like, well, he needs to do more. Brandon needs to do more. And the Border Patrol needs to do more. And I think that's a dangerous stance and position to take. And this is why. If you're asking for the government to do something, they're going to put in place some things where they'll be able to do something. As it stands, Border Patrol, there is a 100-mile zone from the border into U.S. So if you were to just take a protractor and stick one line on the border and measure it out to scale 100 miles and go all the way around the border of America, it'd be a 100-mile buffer zone that Border Patrol has jurisdiction. I looked everywhere and I couldn't find where it excluded international airports. I did find where it said, yes, Customs and Border Patrol does have jurisdiction in the airport, at that port where you walk through the gates. But I've seen a lot of people say, yes, the 100-mile buffer zone includes international airports. I think that it does. Personally, it makes sense with a law enforcement background or some experience in that capacity. I think it makes sense. That's why there's no definitive yes or no, includes, excludes, airports, does, doesn't, because it does until something happens to where, well, it probably shouldn't. But I think that when people are calling for, we need the government to do something, well, I think that strengthens Border Patrol's position, and it gives the government a reason to put more funding and open up more of the country to Border Patrol. When people go, well, ICE and Border Patrol need to track down all these illegals because they don't have rights. Well, right there you have a problem. Because then, let's say, Border Patrol goes out, gets some probable cause or information. My ducks are walking up on me. But Border Patrol goes out and gets some probable cause that such and such possible illegal activity or illegal immigrants are being housed, or this person is part of a network that brings in illegal immigrants or facilitates or houses, or, well, what if it's a church? What if it's your local bread bank? What if it's your local food supply or community? It's somebody that just, they mean well, right? They don't want to see any other person starve or get injured or anything of that nature. So yeah, they're helping out. But let's say that probable cause gets back to Border Patrol. Well, now they have probable cause for a search warrant. Not that anybody has anything to hide, right? But now Border Patrol shows up at your doorstep, whoever this well-meaning citizen is, and says, hey, we got information you assisted illegal immigrants in some way, shape, or form, and we have a search warrant that allows us and gives us the permission from the government to search for illegal immigrants, signs, documentation, or any information pertaining to illegal immigrants. So that means they can search your house, any documents inside your house, any computers, your phone, anything that shows any criminal activity in the aspect or that pertains to assistance of illegal immigrants. Now, I know, big conspiracy theorist, whatever. I think about the Patriot Act and what we lost when that was passed, and the securities and the rights and things that were lost because of that. Because if you're looking for terrorists, well, this person said blah, 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 makes them close enough to a terrorist, even though they're an American citizen, that now they just lost their rights and they can be treated and targeted as a terrorist under the Patriot Act. Just some thoughts. 2/3 of every American citizen live inside the 100-mile border zone. That's what they say. That's the number that's put out. 2 out of 3 Americans live inside that 100-mile border zone, because they say, well, the size of the cities and the number and in relation, and a lot of our cities are on the East Coast. A lot of the population density is along the East Coast and the southwestern border there with Los Angeles, San Francisco to the west. But those are just some of my thoughts that I had. Is we shouldn't be asking for the government to step in and solve a problem half-assed, because right now, making a big stink about the border, you're asking for more laws, rules, regulations to be penciled in. And I think that that is a dangerous slope once you start traveling down that, especially where we're at now. We don't want to give any more power to the government. Yes, they should have closed up the border and been way more secure, just like Poland's border, right? Or any other than South Korea and North Korea, the DMZ. Maybe not that specific or that militaristic, but our border has historically been lax, especially our border to the north. And it's a dangerous thing, you know. If you don't stand for anything, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. That's a saying I've heard, and in that same thought, if we don't close up our borders and say this is what being an American is, or this is what it is, then you can't really identify what it isn't. And if you can't identify what it isn't, then what makes you uniquely an American? What makes your country uniquely your country? And I see a lot of holes in that. But no, just some thoughts. What are your thoughts? Comment in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Am I just a crazy person, or do you really think that the government should step in and do more? On a side note, I've been getting back into running. It's been really nice to wake up in the morning. I'm going about 5:30, 6, right in there. Usually about 5:30 is when I'm up out of bed. Going for a good little run most days, doing more push-ups, pull-ups, just getting in shape. I'm excited. I got some gear coming today. Maybe I'll post a video about it, and maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. But appreciate it, YouTube. This video will go up on my Rumble as well, just in case anybody wants to go and watch it there, in case YouTube takes it down here. YouTube has not liked my videos. I've tried to post a couple, and they take them down almost instantly. We'll see. With this one talking about the border, it may get taken down. But thank you out there. You have a good day. Have a good one.